Hi guys, today I'm going to be showing you my favorite pet playpen. This pet playpen or pet enclosure is by a company called Rover Pet, and I have been buying these playpens from them for quite some time. I've probably had some of my playpens about 5 or 6 years now. I absolutely love them. I think that they are the best on the market, so I want to share. These playpens are made out of PVC and they all come in panels. So they are very, very easy to put together. They come with these little snap pieces that you just snap them together here, and then you can snap together in the middle, at the bottom. They have doors, so you can customize where you want to put the door. If you want to put the door on the ends, or if you want to put the door like I have it here, you can kind of put it wherever you want. You can make them whatever size you want, and if you get a smaller size and then you want to add on to it later, which I will show you my 4x4 pen in a little bit, you can easily just add on to it to make it a bigger pen. You can put a divider in the middle. You can do all kinds of things with it because it's very, very modular. They're very, very well made. They're made out of strong PVC pipe, and they're just wonderful. I absolutely love them. They're very, very good quality. Now, if you have a dog that is a jumper, I believe that you can get a top for them. So if you need a top to cover, to keep a jumper in, they sell that as well. They sell covers. They sell all sorts of things. So you can get whatever, your needs are for your dog. You can get it from the Rover Pet. Now, I use these pens all the time. I actually have 4 of them. So I have them. Oh, let's see. This is a 2x2 size. So this one is in my master bedroom. This is Stassi's playpen. So at nighttime, this is where she sleeps. And it's perfect for her because it has just enough room for a potty pad. And then we have her little bed and her water stand. And then I put some toys in there, and this is a perfect size for her. Now at nighttime, she was barking and kind of whining, so what I do now is I cover this up. I just have a blanket, and I kind of clip the blanket on the top, and I cover it up, and she's perfectly quiet. So that's a good tip too. If you have a dog that just is giving you a lot of problems with staying in a playpen, try covering it, because I think, sometimes when they're nice and quiet and covered, they can just settle down and go to sleep, and it works for Stassi. So it's working for us, and so that's what we're doing right now. During the day, I keep this door open. This is where she goes and runs to go potty, so it works out really well, so that her potty pad is inside of this crate. And then it's basically, it's a great place. It's a great place to have your pets when you're not home, because when I am not home, I don't want my pets roaming around. They can get into a lot of trouble, so it's a lot better for you to put them in a safe containment place and a place that they call like their little home. So this is, all of my pets go into a Rover Pet when I'm not home, and then they go in here. Well, Stassi goes in here to sleep at night. I also like the fact that if you're not home, and God forbid, if there's a fire or anything, your pets won't go running and hiding. If a fireman has to come in here, I'm sure that they will notice that you have a pet in enclosure. So a little bit more about the pen. Each panel is 2 foot wide, and then I chose the 2 foot high panels. So this one is 2 foot high, but you can get them in different heights. I know that they have heights that I think are 3 foot and maybe even 4 foot. I'm not quite sure on that. I will leave the link to the Rover Pet Company in the description box below. And they're just awesome. They're, like I said, they're very easy to put together. I did it myself within minutes. So if I can do it, anybody can do it, because I am not technically inclined at all. But they just snap together and it's easy peasy. And in my den is a 4x4 size, so it's a lot bigger than this one, and I will show you that in a few minutes. I have one in my RV. Because we do take the dogs with us when we go camping and when we go to Disney World. We do take the dog, well, we take 2 of our dogs with us. We have a pet sitter that stays at the house with the rest of the pets, but we take Harper, and we will be taking Stassi. She hasn't come to Disney World yet, but she will be coming in February. So I need a place in there that keeps them nice and safe and contained as well when I need it. And I have a 2x6 in the RV. So it's the same width as this one, but it's wider. And I do have a divider bar in the middle of that one because Stassi is still a puppy and she still aggravates the crap out of Harper. So I don't want her aggravating her. She needs, you know, to have her little space. So I do have a divider bar that will go in between the bars, like to split it in half. So you can do that if you have the need to do that as well. I also have in my studio office, I have another 2x4 size. It's just a great size. It doesn't take up a lot of room, and it has just enough room to put everything that, you know, basically the essentials. You don't really need a pen that's the size of a room. You just need something that will keep them safe and have a place for them to go if, you know, when you're not home, and if they need a timeout, or if they need an area to sleep. You know, you have this this nice pen. I think that these are much nicer than the black wire crates. In my home, I like these Rover Pets because they're just so much nicer. It makes a much nicer show, and I don't mind them being in my home at all. I think that it adds to my decor, and they're great. And this is the bigger 4-foot by 4-foot Rover pen. This pen I keep in my den. So it's a much bigger pen, and as you can see, it has room in here for a potty pad, a bed, some toys, the water stand, her water or her food bowl, and there's just a lot of extra room in this one. Now this is not ideal if you are training a puppy because it's way too much room. So, but this is a great size if you have the room for it, for a dog or a puppy that is already trained, that will know not to potty, you know, anywhere else but in their appropriate spot on their potty pad. So as you can see, Stassi just jumped in. She loves the pen. Everyone loves the playpens. I keep the door open when we're home, and they go in there and they, you know, play on the bed, and they sleep in there. So they absolutely love their playpens. They know that it's somewhere safe, and they love it in there. This particular pen has 8 panels. So like I said, each panel is 2 foot wide by 2 foot high. You can customize the height for whatever size dogs you have, but I have all small dogs, so the 2 foot high is perfect for me. And each, like I said, each panel can snap together so it can make whatever size you want. So I will kind of go out so you can see. I have some potty pads up there. I was changing potty pads. So you can kind of see what it looks like in a bigger room. And this pen is actually Harper's pen. This is where she goes when we leave the house. She goes into this particular pen all the time, and she loves it in here as well. I will put Stassi in this pen if we are in the den and she needs a timeout, or you know, we just need to separate the dogs for whatever reason. You know, they will go in here as well. But mainly this one in the den is Harper's pen. And this is our Rover pen that is in my office. So as I've mentioned in several of my other videos, I do bring Stassi to my photography studio with me every day. And so she needs a place to stay when I have clients in my office. And during the times that I don't have clients in the office, I keep the door open, and I have like a little baby gate that I keep by my door so that she can't really roam the studio, but she has my big office that she can play and do whatever she wants to do in here. But then when it's time for me to go into a shoot, or when clients come in, I do put her inside her playpen, and it's her little safe place. And as you can see, this one is the 2x4 as well, so it's the same size as the one that I have in my master bedroom. And then it's set up the same way, so we have her puppy pad on one corner, we have her water bottle, which is by Pause Creations, and I will be doing a separate video talking and telling you all about those. And then I have her bed and some toys. So that is basically her setup for this 2x4 Rover playpen in my office. Now, the company Rover Pet sent me this bed, this dog bed that you can see Stassi is staying by, and they sent this to me to review. So I am going to tell you all about this dog bed. So I will be honest and tell you that this is not the type of beds that I use in my home. All of my dogs are small dogs, and they really, not that small dogs can't, you know, go in a bed like this, but my dogs really like soft plushy beds. And I will be perfectly honest and tell you that I have had this bed set up for a couple of days now, and my dogs have not really taken to it at all. So you know, in the spirit of being very honest with all of my reviews on my channel, I did want to mention that. And I also want to say that, you know, not that this bed is a bad bed at all. I think that it's a very nice bed, and I can see that there are a lot of advantages to using a bed like this. It just doesn't seem to be a good fit for my dogs. But I still wanted to give you guys a review because the owner of Rover Pet Company was so kind to send this to me, and I do appreciate that. And so I would like to tell you and show you all about this bed, just in case your pet is one that would enjoy this type of bed. So, like all of their products, the bed frame is made out of PVC. It was very, very easy to put together. And then the top section here where the dog lays is made out of a heavy-duty kind of canvas material. It is very nicely made. All of the stitching is very well stitched. It is stitched on the corners here, so it's reinforced here, and it's really nice. The bed, this type of bed, is off the ground so that when your pet lies in it, the idea is that it doesn't create any stress points anywhere, and they kind of are supposed to just snuggle down into it, and it keeps them off the ground where it's a little bit cooler, and they are not, you know, I guess, especially if you have a dog that's outside, I can see where this would be a really good option as well. I personally think that this type of bed would be great for larger dogs rather than little frou-frou dogs like I have. So if you have a dog that you think, you know, would enjoy this, I encourage you to check out their beds. It is on the Rover Pet Company, and I will leave that link below. Again, it's the same company that I get my Rover Pet pens from, and I do love my Rover Pet pens and use them all the time, every single day. I don't know what I would do without them. So this product of theirs is absolutely my very, very favorite, and I love them. And I encourage you to check them out if you are in need of a playpen. They are very great quality, and I'm sure you'll love them as much as I do. So, this concludes this video. I'm Stassi. Say bye, everybody. Thank you for watching, and please subscribe.